just want to say, I've been asked to say just a few words in Anishinaabe. I'm by no means a speaker, but it does help to ground me a bit, so I just said a few things. Hello to everyone, is what I said, and just gave thanks for this day. And with that, I want to give thanks for the chance to be here, for this good life, and to these writer colleagues who I've known for most of my life. Gerald among them, Elise, Ashley, Kimberly Blaeser, and Haiku have done so much work in organizing this event. Their energy is just, what would the word be? Indefatigable, something like that. And I want to thank the fellows that have been sharing their work with us here. It's really remarkable to see this next generation of writers, poets, and it makes me realize that I have so much more work to do in listening to you and hearing your work, and we appreciate you sharing with us. I was telling the visitor that I was trying to use some visitor terms when I was talking to him. We're supposed to be mentoring people, but I think I was de-mentoring people. So I was doing my best, but they're just such great writers already. And I also wanted to thank my partners in investigative journalism, Cedar and Kim Talbert, for joining tonight. They came a long way, and I really appreciate them. We are going to California, so if anyone needs a ride, I'm volunteering them. And also Annie and Jody for putting up with my communications or poor communication skills and trying to get me in the places I was supposed to be. It is, of course, an honor to read with Kim tonight. I'm going to try not to use personal pronouns, but I do have some. Sure.
Awesome. So I also want to say to you, Brett, to Jerry, to Laura, to all of our special guests for being here with us, and of course to the fellows for rolling with the punches this week, and to our beautiful staff and the other faculty who are working with us. You're making this into a family, and that's what we want, and we're so grateful. I feel like coming to Minnesota always feels good for me because this is my home. And it's great to be able to have, like we did today, people who were coming and talking about their work that they've done. And yes, we had some Anishinaabe women today, some Dakota yesterday. And it really feels like you're making a place for us and welcoming us, and we really appreciate it. And I especially want to say that I feel incredibly grateful, and Gerald doesn't like to acknowledge too much, so it'll be short. But I discovered him as a graduate student, and I did go to interview him for 3 days at Berkeley when he was a professor there. And let me just say, the conversation has never ended. And for that, I am very grateful.
Bear ascends the stairs, one golden glass from oblivious. The man, the woman, the next room.
The tips of each pine, the spikes of telephone poles, cold gathering crows.
The road to eternity is closed by X's and Y's, a roof between the eye and the cloud.
Now 1 to 7, deer or haiku syllables weave through winter trees.
Winter lasts and kills, and graves can't be dug by ordinary hands with ordinary shovels.
When snow swirls like breath, songs rise over cities
Mary's name, wears an ice face at dawn.
Morning lake amir, sandpiper bends to water, brown beak meets brown beak.
On 59 north, a moose lopes through wisps of prairie snow, lost but not afraid.
Amber-eyed stallion, mane a tangle of winter sky, hooves stomp ancient ground.
Tracks of birds and dirt, hieroglyphs around stumps are filling with warm rain.
Iron taste on my tongue, a million wet blue acres. Drink in your smallness.
Two sleepers arrive at the fourth hill, descending with bodies of crows. We last spoke beneath an Empire Street sign. Voices, the wind scattering time crystals.
The way we love something small. Vowel sounds from a land, language not yet lost. Muy Guanicani makes my tongue an island too, swimming where Vegas rises. This ache, tiny but growing, the place I keep it.
An old urban otter tail, still Catholic as hell, affixed to a big 75-inch television. Hockey lovers purgatory.
The way we love something small. Saxophone song in the subway. Moist calling of air. The reed of each body vibrating. Take the A train.
Second Coming, an installation.
Swinging
Oh,
the
sorry.
jazz beat.
Let's try that. Let's keep doing that.
Bent torso, knees, the bell of deliverance, the way they echo.
Second Coming. An installation. Native artist with braids and shades, and a lavender ascot, El Capo, posing before a white clay mound. A cottonwood sprout rising there in small stakes. Dakota Museum, curated by winter, a wind-eating settler hearts.
The way we love something small. Here, delicate ink of mayflies on a gray glazed pottery of lake. Graveyard of tiny ghosts on summer cerulean. Elongated bodies splayed, the stained glass window of their wings translucent. How they flutter, a ballet for fishes. Shimmer of wings repeats, repeats, repeats across some glass surface of being. How our eyes count infinity, how exquisitely It eludes.
Haiku fisticuffs. A thunderous blow. From dark, cloud-angry hills, a scattering of crows. Meteorite knuckles, magnetic minerals compressed, skin, bone, the lamp goes out. Pain flowers in the skull, vibrations waking lost, shadow maps of dissociation. Human versus human, wired away in time, space, theory, focus from nowhere. The unconscious host, the wandering witness, wakes in a craft without oars.
The way we love something small. In the cold, blur hour of winter, the world wound tight and blue, while we fold and triangle white paper. Our kindergarten scissors, an act of God. We open, close, and fractal, replicating. Even then, our tenderness, too big for accuracy.
Ghost Supper Karaoke. Deep, deep Blake. Tricky Kwan, Agwajin. Gish Odawa language teacher, near Ishpeming. Wants me to sing, she's a good-hearted woman, with him. He must have lost his heart or his berries or both. I refuse, waiting for boots of Spanish leather, particularly the lyrics. I don't know when I'll be coming back again. It depends on how I'm feeling.
Alaskan poems you didn't write live like drum beats under your skin. Whisper scratch you on the other side of sound. What is meter but another word for memory? Caribou bending to water in blue light. The unreality of mountain peaks at dawn. Endless tundra littered with shed antlers. All jagged and bold glimpses of eternity. We watch days bump suns in Alaskan skies. Our pockets empty of words or measure. How eloquent the slapping against singularity.
After ice fishing with eagles, Uncle X's hand is still swollen, an infected wound violet at the lacerate source. A dislodged bar fight, tooth particle still impacted there. From some too dumb settler descendant who did not know the better between staying and leaving. Slurred liquored words upon the quiet side of his fist-blown up lips. The music X remains attuned to must still be heard through the small crevice of wound. Johnny Cash gutting into a sun war-built beat. Radio station midnight wine and twang. Jukebox garbled lyrics undertoning incomprehensible human longing. Hanging over an island, suspended, pool table light, smoke and mirrors behind hard alcohol stands. A few thawing white winter barflies dropping and lifting heads and hands from beer glossed beer pools. Vacant conversations, just a blend of murmur of all the faces of the just don't care, the never did, the well on the way to some untying knot, the waning unhappiness, the sum of gray tube lane, twisting a sunrise out of vacant hill, the way back to a beginning where the dead rise out of the earth and leave us behind with wounds still blooming, even as the last such among us remains unhealed, almost timeless to touch.
The tone has changed. Poem on disappearance. Beginning with our continent, draw 1491. Each mountain, compass point, indigenous. Trace trade routes, languages, seasonal migrations, don't become attached. Yes, reshape by discovery, displacement. Move your pencil point quickly now, as if pursued, a cavalry of possession that erases homelands. We shrink in time lapse of colonial barter, disappear. Now draw a brown face painted for ceremony, half a face, nothing. Draw nothing around a crumpled bird body, no wings. Draw emptiness inside desecrated burial mounds. A stretch of absence where fallopian tubes once curved with hope. Sketch void across Buffalo Prairie. Draw the empty of elk, of passenger pigeon, of silver trout. Conjure with your hands the face of girl blooming. Curves of face, her laughing eyes, you've seen them, postered in amber alerted, missing, evening news, and gone. Draw a woman wrapped in a blanket, a child's body, weighted. Draw stones sinking into every river on the map. Draw carrion, blackening skies, carrion, plucking vision from round, brown faces. Draw missing, draw murdered. Work carefully now. Turn your hand to the new continent. Again, picture. Nothing.
Reasons, minus the repetition of because. Cousin X might or might not bury the hatchet. The settler's skull is hard, the blade a bit dull. The settler is dull and wouldn't know why you were trying to kill him. Our anger will remain as long as settlers remain. There are more hard-headed settlers than sharp hatchets. You have other ways of trying to forget. Forgiveness not yet among them. You have a grandfather who needs to tell you stories. The stories are about surviving, settler, integration. You have a boarding school aunt who almost smoked and burned her way to forgetting ways to survive. Settler confiscation and assaults. The handle is loose as well. Sometimes when you're about to strike, you remember the way split pieces of logs sometimes fall in opposite directions. You have stories to tell your granddaughter. You prefer they not include settlers. The inside of the settler head might be melted vanilla ice cream, spreading to flat neural maps of territories covered in broken cups, gasoline watersheds, and wounds, and stored wounds of extracted earth. Anger will not die with a single blow to one passenger from a boatload of fools who believe their tired myths of exceptional belonging.
In the pause before you speak, crimson? Who dared scarlet, the white place? I am not saying I sent my doppelganger, not saying, but you, the wonder. At your toast, more than one eye will dart. The room will fill, cool with uninvited. You will want the applause to sound different, less like red hands, red dresses, red hollow. You will wonder what went wrong in America, this real estate you call your country. I am not saying the fabric is unraveling, pulling apart where your voice can sway, but you will hear mumbles about fire and climate. Your eyes will burn in the silence of who to blame.
Back to Dotem Dream Song. Akimazi, I will guide your silver canoe to the center of the water, where the moon father carries children on his back. If I'm quiet, I will arrive as a call from another shore to draw close enough to see your fantastic eyes seeing me drifting alone.
The way we love something small. Inky leaf shadows on snow. Each animal track a hollow. Trace of bird feet, double oval of deer. The glyphs we name, the ones we follow. Legacy. Antler earrings carved by gone hands. Birch bark baskets, ruby star quilts. I could fill this page with left behind, with tattered, this legacy. My house can hardly hold the loss, my body. Ancient one, what then shall I leave you of words? So we wanted to also give thanks to our beautiful accompanists.